welcome to, what is
Tush
it?
twins.
Tush
Tush
Twins,
twins.
Tush twins.
heard on malcolmpresents.com and YouTube. And we are a network, streaming network, which produces many of its own original shows. So
Cool.
tune us in every day to learn something.
Yes. You will learn things that you would never have thought you could imagine.
Or
everything you wanted to know, but were afraid to ask.
Right. Or everything they didn't want to know.
Okay.
You'll find out anyway.
You're gonna find out anyway. So
whether you like it or not. Anyway, take us away.
So here we are. We're the Tush twins, and if I'm gonna do the Tush twins, yeah, it's us. It's tales of friendship from Brooklyn and beyond with the two loonies.
Not me. I'm not a loony.
Loonies and Toonies, which is me,
special.
Maxine Faith, and you. Who are you?
Paula Rusty Woolens.
Paula Rusty Rose. Let's forget.
Paula Rusty
I'm
Rose.
just using.
That's
I'm
a
just
great
using
stripper name.
That's right. So hey, Faith Margot is a good stripper name. It's like
Margot Faith.
And Margot Faith. Hey,
I can imagine you guys at parties when you have a few drinks in you. This is still the morning in here.
We don't really drink that much. I don't drink.
I hardly drink.
I literally, I was cooking with wine yesterday and I took a couple of sips. That was it. It's like, throw the wine.
I had a glass of wine last night. I did have a glass of wine.
Yeah, I was making a mushroom thing and I wanted some.
You were eating mushrooms?
Yes, maybe it was the shrooms.
The
they came from the farm. They are magic. They were delicious. Ooh. I don't know what kind it was. It wasn't the normal that you would even find in the store.
But did you see all sorts of colored lights in front of your eyes?
Yeah, I saw a lot of things. Woo!
But
anyway, so here we are bringing you, as I said, 60 plus years of friendship. 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 With a little levity and some drama and some joy and unabashed platonic love. Oh. So I it's true. We love each other. So we love.
And we even love you, Malcolm.
We even love you, Malcolm. We love you. You're the outside Tush.
The outside Tush.
Right. That's
your I'm the appendage, but we won't
the outside Tush. So anyway, I just wanted to give a quick tribute to Tony Bennett.
Tony Bennett, yes,
who passed away today, and the first thing I thought was, we're having a heat wave. We're going to talk about heat, but I remember he did a really great version of "Baby It's Cold Outside" with Lady Gaga. If you can get that and listen to it, it is fabulous version of it. Lady Gaga and Tony became friends. He had Alzheimer's. He was, but music. He remembered lyrics. He remembered songs.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Did you see that documentary they did on him with him and Lady Gaga and the concert?
Yes. That's why I mentioned this.
It brought tears to my eyes.
Yeah.
I met him twice, and he's a lovely, lovely man.
Yeah.
He used to come up to top of the park.
Okay.
In the Gulf and Western building.
Because he lived nearby, I think, no?
Right down the block. But he wasn't living there then. But he used to come there because of the Gulf Western building for the Paramount.
I remember that place.
He used to come in there, and he was such a nice man.
Yeah, I never met him.
He seemed that way,
he seemed
from what
like
I've heard he is.
A good guy, yeah. So just wanted to mention
there was one part, he has Alzheimer, and except he knew the words to all the songs.
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
And he knew when to break when he did that.
He knew the music.
Yeah.
That's why.
And he introduced when they did the show. He introduced Lady Gaga. I said, "Now here's fabulous blah 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 Lady Gaga." And Lady Gaga said that was the first time that he called her by name.
Yeah.
Like when they were rehearsing and everything, he never called her name.
But
this was the first time. Right, probably didn't remember. But the show, he remembered her name, and she said before she could start, she came to tears.
Yeah, well, I'm coming to tears just listening to that. So let's come to more tears. Well, we're talking about heat. Heat has been reported to be the hottest 15 days since temperature has been recorded.
It's been recorded, yes.
Which is insane. The thing that came to mind is I always think when I think heat wave, I think Martha and Vandellas,
having a heat wave.
Well, no, that's Marilyn Monroe did that.
No,
Martha and Vandellas, it was
I thought that was Patty Page or something.
Just like a heat wave burning in my heart. Can't
yes,
keep from crying. It's tearing me apart. And the heat wave, Marilyn Monroe is we're having a heat wave, tropical heat wave.
Tropical heat wave.
The temperatures isn't surprising.
I thought that was
Certainly she
Peggy
can. Right. And then I just heard on the radio, I heard everywhere you go, always keep the weather with you, which was Crowded House. Everywhere you go, always take the weather. But now it's not quite a good idea. I mean, we had heat waves growing up, right? We all lived near the beach.
We had heat waves, and there was only a couple times where I would tell my parents, "See you later, I'm going to Maxine's."
Yeah,
she had an air conditioner in her bedroom.
Yeah, I was like
most of the summer I slept in your house
block to have an air conditioner.
My father wired your house for it.
He did. Thank you, Lenny. But I love him. I love your dad. I just do. And he kept us, Lenny, and my father was like, enough of this. We're getting an air conditioner. Everyone would come in. It was like a thing because no one had them. Everyone else was suffering through, but it's not like it is now. It is to the point of it's beyond control. I mean, the water temperature in Miami Beach in the water is 100 degrees. That's the same as 100. The water is 100 degrees.
And the jet wave, jet stream, though, is
El Nino.
Moving.
Right.
It's
well, El Nino's
moving.
Yeah, we have climate change and El Nino at the same time, which is causing insanity. I mean, could you imagine going into the water in Miami and it's 100? It's like
going to a bathtub.
It's a hot tub, actually. A hot tub would be fairly much the
West, same. The first time in record, Key West has the highest logged in temperature since they're keeping records, and they're usually cooler because of the water surrounding Key West.
Mm-hmm.
It is so hot in Key West. That jet stream and that heat is actually keeping the storms away from Key West at the moment. But
that won't last, though.
It won't last because the water is so warm. The Sahara, where we get our hurricanes from, the sand is starting to moving now. And we will be having, they say we're going to have normal hurricane season, but it's not going to be down in the Florida Keys or in the Florida. They think it's going to be closer to South Carolina or North Carolina, moving up towards us, New York, New Jersey.
Can't wait.
Well, I know the temperature. I think in my part of the world, I think it was Palm Springs was like 105. Phoenix, I think, was 117.
Yep. Well, in Las Vegas, it was 111 on the runways, and an airline, the passengers were on the plane waiting for takeoff. It was so hot, people were passing out, including stewardess, the crew. And they had to call paramedics, and I could you imagine? It's like a tin can to begin with, sitting on a runway. It's 111 degrees.
Yeah.
And people were literally soiling themselves also. It was horrendous.
Insane. With my claustrophobia and that heat, I would probably, fight the pilot to get out.
I like traveling in the summer now. I just would rather wait till it cools down and not even think about it. I just don't know.
I flew to Vegas in the summer. This is about 20 years ago, 25 years ago.
Not as bad now.
No, it was 112 degrees at 10 o'clock at night.
Wow. That's nuts.
So Vegas is always hot, but now it's sustainingly hot. It's
Well, they've
staying
had
hot.
like 10 days of heat in a row. There's heat domes over Texas, Florida, as you said. It's not just Key West getting
Well,
it. It's
Texas
all of
and
Florida.
Florida, they're, they don't believe in climate change anyway, so whatever.
But Texas has more regenerative, power, wind and solar than many states. Yet they're poo-pooing it, even though it's helping them keep cool. They're still trying to get rid. Why would you try to get rid of something that's helping your citizens stay cool?
Well, that's in New Jersey. We
Yeah.
have the windmills by Atlantic City. That's
Mhm.
really working well. Most of our lights up in Jersey are solar paneled. So most of the homes
Like
up here
where?
are all up
Where's
and
the
down
solar
Sussex.
coming?
All the lights are,
I mean, is there a micro farm or
there's
something? I mean,
there's farms all over
no,
Sussex
I mean
County.
solar farms, or I mean, what do you?
Solar farms everywhere you can look around me. They built them up recently, the last 10 years.
See?
There's
That's
one by a
gonna
school, there's one right by in Crystal Springs.
the only one near me is the corporation Swiss Ray. They built a solar farm on their property, and it completely gives takes care of all the cooling and heating. I mean, it's they don't
But
have to
the
really.
question is, do they have enough power if everybody puts their air conditioning on?
Well,
Or
it's the
See,
was it-
sun.
was it
unfortunately, our
blackening?
grids, but our
Well, the
grids
grids are
just right
screwed
now
up.
are
Yeah,
not.
it's
That's why they're talking about, I want an electric car so desperately. But people are trying to talk me out of it, which I'm not listening to. They said the grids are gonna come down, you're not gonna be able to charge your car.
bullshit crap.
Yeah, bull poopy.
Who are they listening to? I want to know. Hey, they're not wrong in that the grid, there isn't problem with
There
the
is a
grid,
grid
but they
problem.
are
Yes,
wrong in
there
that your
is.
car's not going to be charged.
Well,
So
well,
then I
that's
guess
what.
neither will your lights be on in your house. I
House.
mean, it's the
And it's
same thing.
faster. Same thing.
Yeah.
You charge your car, it
And
costs
to-
$15 a day, or every time you
and
charge it.
you can use your car to power a house if your power goes out.
Yes, you
If
can.
it's all charged 100%.
Yeah.
People, I don't know where they pick up these theories, but there's
I
too
have
much
no idea. People are
social
Dennis and I
media.
will
It's all
sit there
wrong. It's
like
all
this and
wrong.
go,
Well,
huh?
if they go to
Uh-huh.
your show, Many Shades of Green, that
They'll
we did
know.
yesterday,
Yeah,
remember we were talking about
Mm.
how much
right,
the utilities companies
right,
are
right.
promoting all this false media.
Well, there's this woman who is suing. She found like a possible law that could be used to sue the oil companies. And this is based on what she's seen from Hurricane Maria in Puerto Rico. It devastated Puerto Rico. And they, like the tobacco companies, knew, right? And they finally prosecuted them under the RICO Act. When you think it's racketeering, but it's other things as well. You know the
Yeah, I
RICO
know.
Act. You probably know. You
Unfortunately, I
probably know
do.
RICO. But
No, they tried to get Dennis's company, Drexel Burnham, under the RICO Act.
Mhm.
That's why the company
Yeah,
went down,
but
but they found out later it wasn't and was falsely accused.
There's an article in the Times about this lawyer. She's like the Erin Brockovich of law kind of person. She's like this really, and she's very devout Christian as well, but she uses
Good.
that, she goes, it's a really good article. Anyway, if you get the New York Times, people, listen. So Miami is 100 degrees water. Everything is burning. Europe is burning. They don't have air conditioning in most places.
No, they do
The
not.
elderly are so vulnerable there, and they're dying because of this. And not only, it's also Middle East, it's also Greece, it's also Asia. No one believed me when I started reporting in 2007 about climate change. They all thought, you're nuts.
I didn't. You
Look
know,
who's
I was with
Well,
you
you're my choir.
before.
You're my choir. The choir knew. But when you try to get beyond the choir, and then you get all these deniers, these people who deny that anything's happening, even though things are they're
Well,
lose
look
their
at Dennis, who is in the coffee business. He tried to tell people way even before you that climate has changed. He
Mm.
said it's changing. You got to be aware of this. No one, they all called Dennis and his group idiots.
yeah. Well, they
We
knew.
were in Switzerland 15 years ago. We went up, and it was November. We went up to Titlis, with the highest peaks in that area by Lucerne.
Hmm.
We went up. You take 3 gondolas to get up there. That's how high it is. And we were going to go over the glaciers. Most of it was melted.
Right.
They're saying it's melting. This is November. I was wearing a t-shirt and shorts.
Well,
Usually
you're
they have
nuts.
blizzards. No, it was 78 degrees.
But still, you're nuts.
Well, that's besides the point. We
Beside the
know
point.
I'm nuts.
Yeah, I mean, we could.
Thank you for
We
the
talk.
compliment, because hold it, nuts grow on the trees. Trees are nature. Nature is beautiful. Thank
Thank
you
you
for the compliment.
Ergo, yes,
Ergo.
6 degrees of separation.
Yeah, well, again, we grew up, but all of us near the water, and we had heat
Mhm.
waves, and luckily we were able to go and take a dip, and
Yeah,
it wasn't as
well,
bad. It didn't seem anything close to what's going on now.
Well, you're Brighton Beach. I was down the road in Coney Island, and I was at the
Right.
tip end
Yeah,
of Coney
same
Island.
thing.
I
So
never,
it's
maybe we had to use air conditioning, which I didn't have. Our air conditioning was to go out in the fire escape.
mhm.
Mine was a
Well,
bucket of ice with a fan.
But
yeah,
there
maybe we
there
can.
may be
Maybe
two,
we
three
need the
days
ice
of,
bucket challenge for climate change. Maybe we can
there
raise
may be
money.
there were maybe 2 or 3 days
Bring it
of the
back.
year that we needed the
It
air
was,
conditioning.
I know, it wasn't that bad when we grew up. But last year, Max and I were in our high school reunion.
Oh God,
We're our
oh my God.
second year high school reunion, because that's how
Right.
young we
That's
are.
right. It's only a 10-year reunion, yeah.
It
10-year
was
reunion.
it was
In our
98
minds.
degrees.
It was the
I almost passed
anniversary of your
out.
10th year.
Right.
It's the anniversary of our second year.
Right.
Well, I almost passed out.
I know you were
Max's
really.
husband had to take me into an air conditioned
the gift shop.
place,
Yeah.
the gift shop, and then I had to buy something. So
Yeah.
Well,
what the heck?
so far where I am in Sherman Oaks, it's only been like to the mid 90s, which is I could handle that as long as you're not out in the sun.
It's drier though. Here, the humidity. I go outside, my hair go.
Look at my hair.
Look at the
Look at
redhead.
my hair. This is why I left my hair for today's show. I usually I have a keratin treatment because my hair, I have a fro,
Yeah.
thick hair. So it's grown out. I'm getting it in a couple of weeks.
No,
I
leave
left.
it. Don't.
No.
No, come on.
Because once I
Jeez.
get outside, it's going to be out to here.
But
I'm going to
that's
look
cool.
like
That's your
Carrot
natural
Top.
personality.
So
Don't.
my hair from this humidity is going.
Yeah, well, the humidity I can tell because it's on my screen when I go outside. I see the glass door, and when I see it's all fogged up.
Foggy.
So
And then we're having storms every other day. Next week, thank God, knock wood, no rain most of the week.
We had a storm. I slept
this
through
morning.
most of it. Les was up because he's like you.
Woke me up.
If a pin drops, he said it was thunder. Is this like
lightning? It was pouring. That was about 5 o'clock this morning.
Yeah,
and it lasted to about
that's during
6:30.
that's during my good sleep times. See, now with my ring, it tracks everything, all my sleep, and it tells me if I had a REM sleep, a light sleep, or a deep sleep. And my 4 to 6 is deeper for some reason. I've noticed that. Anyway, aside from that, it also tracks my temperature, at night and other things.
Mine's very hot. I run hot.
That's why I brought it up. You run hotter than anybody I know.
And it's even before menopause. It's been this way since I'm a child.
Right. I mean, menopause does things to men's bodies that makes you crazy. It makes you really hot.
Have you guys reached your menopause already? I didn't know you were that old.
Not me.
Oh, I'm
love
you,
only 29.
Malcolm. We love you,
I'm
Malcolm.
only 29.
That's right.
We love you.
I was speaking about that. Take aside from the weather. There's a show called The Menopause. I don't know if you guys seen it.
I have not seen it. I want to see it.
I don't
You
know. It's
should
not
see it.
playing around here.
It's about
I don't
four.
have to see it.
You live
I
You
it,
lived
am
it.
it.
but
No,
I
but
I
heard it's
live it.
I heard it's
It's
hysterical.
about
Though.
4 ladies or 5 ladies who are experiencing the beginning or some portion of menopause who meet by
Mhm.
accident. I think it's in Bonwit Teller or one of the Shishi department stores in Manhattan.
Bonwit Teller. Oh my God.
That's still
I remember.
there.
Or either
No,
that or
Come
Bonwit
on,
Teller's
right?
closed for
Bonwit Teller or
years.
Bergdorf Goodman, one of the
Oh,
high.
Bergdorf's.
Nordstrom's around that I know. Other than
But
that,
anyway,
B.
they
Altman's
and then
gone.
they start talking about the effects of menopause. And what they
Mhm.
do is they do music like rock and roll songs, well-known rock and roll songs, which they add their own lyrics
oh,
to
parody, yeah.
parody. And
Mhm.
number one, when I saw it in Vegas, all these women were talented. They were all had excellent voices, and the parodies were hilarious. So
Yeah,
would I recommend you or any of our audience
I don't know
go
where
see
it's.
that?
I don't know where
It plays locally someplace.
It plays once in a while in New York when it's on again, Max. We gotta get tickets,
Yeah,
usually off Broadway.
they have a website. I think you can go
Yeah, I'd love to see it. We
menopause.com.
should take the Brooklyn gals. It'd
Yes.
probably be hysterical. We
It
need a
it
Brooklyn
is
gals.
funny, especially you, Max, and both of you who love music and
We
love the
love
old
music.
rock.
We
Love it,
the
love it,
old-
love it.
Love the rock. Love the
But
rock.
the
All
heat, as I said, the heat is so outrageous. I come in the house and I put my air conditioning on to 66.
66.
66. Me too.
My husband is
Or
wearing a
68.
jacket, and everyone that comes into my house, Dennis tells them, when you're coming, please take a jacket, or we will
Do you
hand them out.
realize it was, I think, last year or the year before that?
Using a lot of electricity for
Yeah,
that.
in the
Yeah.
summer, my electric bill
Don't care.
was more than my apartment, the rent of my apartment in
supposed to say.
Manhattan.
Yeah.
Don't care.
It was like, I think, like $500.
It might read between the lines.
No, it's just between the lines. Yeah.
I just can't handle. Yes, my electric bill is higher than most people in the summertime. Then when Dennis gets up, he turns it back to 70, 71.
Because he's probably freezing.
He's freezing, and as soon as he falls asleep, I go,
Doody. Here we go.
I have mine on 78.
Ooh, that's. I mean, I
78.
have mine.
Holy
I have
moly.
mine on. I have mine on 68, 70, and I have it on. Energy saver.
Right now it's
I try to-
67.
because we belong to the grid rewards program with my area. It's a special program, and it tries to notify you to keep your temperature, raise it up a bit when it's really bad, so that everyone else can have power. It's so that's what they're trying to do. It's like third year, but people.
I think it's a great program. That's a great program. But will I listen?
Yeah.
Let them come into my house and see my smoke coming out of my ears.
You have smoke coming out of your ears?
Yes, I have
Let
smoke
me
coming out of my.
see.
And try talking to you at that period, right?
Yeah.
No, you don't want to talk to me when
You-
I'm. Maxie knows. Don't talk to me when I'm hot.
Oh my God. You say nothing. You just don't say nothing other than you can see. Like, I was really nervous at the reunion because the reunion was at the Cyclones ballpark in Coney Island.
Coney Island, yes.
And it was, you couldn't pick a hotter day if you tried hard. It was
98
insane.
degrees.
Yeah,
was
I don't know
98
why they
degrees.
named that. I think it's renamed Maimonides Field or something.
But it's the
Maimonides?
Cyclones baseball team is the name of the
Team.
Cyclones. But
It
the
used to
park
be Keystone.
they changed
Yeah,
it to
something. They changed it.
Maimonides. What?
Yeah, that reminds me of Maimonides Hospital.
That's what
It's
it's named for.
them.
It's from Maimonides Hospital. Yes.
I'm not
No,
sure these names. I don't know what they're doing. Yeah, we should have a stadium named after us. All we have to give them is a few million.
The BBBs.
Yes, the
Oh,
BBB.
you could maybe with next year you can do the Phil and Mitch Margot Stadium.
Yeah, I don't know. Right now, I'm still working on the Bucky Chicken. No,
Yeah, maybe because
my friend, a mutual friend of ours, Alan, who was an ex-beau of yours.
Yes,
he lives up upstate in the Finger Lake region, and they bought chickens. And this is completely off topic, but they bought chickens and they're raising chickens.
Everything's off topic.
Everything's off. They bought chickens, and he asked, like, would you like to name a chicken? So the first thing that came to mind is,
Bucky?
Mitch did Bucky chicken. So
Yes, I remember.
Bucky chicken. So they named the chicken Bucky, but they call it Margot Bucky instead of Bucky Margot. The chicken is Margot Bucky chicken. That's the name. And I get updates on how my chicken's doing. He sends me stuff. It's hysterical. So there's a chicken, Margot Bucky chicken up in
Bucket chicken.
in
Lake
Canandaigua region. And yeah, he wants me to come visit.
What does he do
Bucky.
with the chickens?
They're gonna
Is
have
he
eggs.
just a pets?
They're gonna have eggs. They're gonna
Oh.
have eggs. They're not
And then
gonna
when they get
sell
old,
them. They'll just go, give them to friends. I don't know.
you
He'll
get
probably
chicken
get-
soup.
He wants me to. What? No, no chicken soup. No,
Hey,
these
chicken soup.
these-
Well, I think I told you the story. When I first got married, I went with my mother-in-law to buy chicken in downtown, and they're Latino. So I thought, it'd be like I shop at Ralph's. I go,
Yeah,
and there's a chicken all wrapped up, in the freezer, and we get it. No, this guy, she wants chicken. They go to a place where they have chickens in a cage, live chickens.
No.
And then she
No.
picks
No.
this,
No.
how many pounds I want, and they bring out the live chicken.
Oh no! I would
And
have
she
run.
says, I want that one.
I'd have been running.
And we come back 10 minutes later, about a half hour later, because they have this machine that they put the chicken, into
Oh,
the
no,
machine.
stop.
But anyway, when it came that night to eat the chicken, I couldn't eat it.
Yeah, no.
Why? I knew it when it was alive.
That's why I don't eat fish.
I do.
Understand? Do you get it now?
Because you see the eyeballs.
I see the fish. It's on a plate. What? Why? No. So I'm getting almost to the point of off any live thing. I mean, I still eat chicken, but I'm getting real close to saying sayonara, and especially if this company called what we spoke about in Many Shades of Green, he called Upside Meat or something, whatever it's called. They grow chicken from the DNA in a lab.
Oh yeah,
so it's chicken, but it's not. It's chicken. It's DNA from a chicken,
Real,
but it's created in a lab, so you're not killing.
Alive.
You're not killing the chicken. It'll.
But I only eat organic meat. I
can't eat that. I can't even.
I eat organic meat. It's all from the local farms up here. No chemicals and everything. So I go to farms. All my vegetables are from the farm. Everything is fresh.
Yeah,
I was a vegetarian at one time, a vegan, and I got very, very sick.
Yeah,
I did not do well. I was very sick.
You need the protein.
Doctor said I needed the
protein from
the meat, the protein. So
yeah, no.
But I only eat meat like two times a week. I eat a lot of vegetables.
The only time I eat meat, and even then, the last time I didn't was for E's birthday. We always go to a steak place because they like it. But
I don't know about you guys, but when I grew up, the thing was, if the more meat you had, the healthier you were.
Right, my parents like steak and eggs. Have some steak and eggs,
butter.
Right.
All these stuff. Like fresh foods.
Yeah, but
we always had meat in my house.
Yeah,
but I don't eat pasta anymore. I very rarely eat pasta because the pasta turns into sugar.
Yeah.
So to substitute that, I bought a machine and I make my own pasta out of vegetables like zucchini.
You have to exercise more.
I do. I exercise 5 days a week.
Yeah. Well,
I walk at least 2 to 5 miles a day.
You know what, by the way, what's very good, which sometimes I have substitute for pasta, or this looks like pasta, is you take tofu, the long tofu, and you can make it into like a pasta thing, pasta sticks, and you can put it into a salad. It's like an Asian salad. They used to have this in the Chinese restaurant, the tofu salad, and it's delicious.
I eat a lot of tofu now too.
Me too.
Yeah, I eat tofu a lot.
Tofu, tofu. Yeah, no,
Black bean
I
sauce
I
with
love black.
broccoli. Yummy.
Yeah, broccoli's good, and then but now
I
you're
love
getting.
broccoli, but I love broccoli raw. Most of
I
the
So
like
do
veggies,
I.
I
Oh my
like
Yeah, me
raw.
God, it's the
too.
best.
Just yeah, I like it too. It's crunchy.
Yeah,
But
or
now
maybe a
Broccoli
little
and
steamed.
cauliflower.
I belong
Nope,
to
I eat it
a
sauteed.
CSA here, so I
Yeah.
get fresh from the farm every Tuesday, like a box of stuff, which is
Mm-hmm.
just picked, and it's all whatever's growing fresh. I got pea. You love peas, right? Get fresh
Mm-hmm.
peas.
Yeah, when I
They
was
were
picking
so
garlic,
delicious. The zucchini was giant.
yeah.
Literally, it was like having, a 10-pound bag of zucchini in one
And anyway, guys,
bowl.
it's nice that we're talking all about the heat, but the heat is at our half hour is up.
Ooh,
Oh, because we're
ooh.
hot stuff, baby.
What hot stuff,
Stuff,
baby?
baby, this
Gonna,
evening.
you're
It's
gonna
Anyway,
have
you guys,
fun
you
standing
guys keep
tonight.
cool,
Right?
or as they say, put ice in the the places where you can cool down.
Not
You don't
sure
want to
where
be
that
near
is,
me
but
if I'm, no, you don't want to be near me if I get too hot. No. People
Well,
stay away. Warning,
I
warning,
know,
warning.
I know, I
anyway,
know what
guys,
she's like when she's hot, hot, hot. So
keep
everybody
cool,
stay
Punch
cool.
walls.
keep cool, and
Stay.
thank you for joining me.
Thanks for joining the Tush twins and the outside twin. All right.
And
Shalom.
if you want to
Shabbat
hear,
shalom.
yeah, and if you want to hear totally irrelevant shows, we're
Tune in.
archived.
Yes, we might be irrelevant, but a lot of the time we do
We're an
talk about
elephant.
we do talk about stuff that's relevant somehow. So
I talk
You
about
see,
elephants.
we get pithy.
yes, we get pithy.
Bye.
So make sure don't eat the pits in your watermelon. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Happy Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shalom.